I'm turning off the main path here. I'm going to go down this little path which will take me along by the coast, but it's a very rough path and there's thick gorse all along. I've brought my little Van Gogh Nervous because it's a bit hardier in bad weather. It's a more robust tent than Big Agnes's. She's quite flimsy. She's great for summer and she's nice to have room to sit in, but I'm not going to be sitting in the tent. Awful. Yeah, that's well cooked. It always looks terrible, but it tastes nice. The last time, the last one burnt through the foil, so I've now put too much foil on it. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Now I'm going to put my butter. Butter. All the butter in the potato. There's too much butter. Never mind. Oh wow, that is so good. It's not too much butter. I was feeling a little bit down and I got overwhelmed by the amount of work it is to set up camp and cook dinner and everything, and I was actually thinking, I don't know if I can be bothered, maybe I'll just go home, but I think I was just hungry. I have just realised that that is not a good place to leave my tent, right beneath that overhang, because I guess that there is a bit that's fallen off it, so I'm going to have to move my tent. I'll just move it up there somewhere. Well, I hate to admit defeat, but I'm going to have to move my tent anyway, and I don't know, I probably shouldn't have come because it felt like an awful lot of work to get myself here, and I was planning to walk along. High tide was 2 hours ago, so about now I was going to walk along in the dark to the Sculptor's Cave, which is only about another half a mile there. No, I just don't feel like it, and I've walked there in the dark twice before, and I've been there 3 times during the day. I slept in it, which I actually now regret doing because I've since found out that it's a site of scientific interest and you shouldn't really camp in it, so I do regret my camp in it. But I was going to just go along, and I've learned a little bit more about the history of it. Since I think it's since the Bronze Age, which I think is around about 800 or 1000 BC, they've found evidence in it that it was used as a ritualistic mortuary type of place. They found evidence that there was sort of decapitated and I think it was called defleshed bones that had been brought there, and particularly in the entranceway, the evidence of skulls having been on display there. And they found evidence of writing dated 6th to 8th century AD, which is I think symbols rather than writing. The trouble is the walls of the cave, it's all muddled up with modern day graffiti, and the conclusion generally is that it was never really used as a dwelling place, probably because it's inaccessible at high tide. I'm just feeling a little bit out of sorts today, and I just don't feel like camping. I'm just going to pack up, put my fire out with some water from the sea and go home. I have aborted my camp. I think one of the things was I've got 3 days of annual leave back before I'm back to my full-time job, and I haven't been camping nearly as much as I had wanted to because the weather's been bad. So I had this sort of time is running out mentality. I just felt quite a bit down, and I just felt quite lonely when I got to camp there, and I was just sitting there thinking, what am I doing here? I started to feel a little bit nervous by myself, and that was exacerbated by the thing that happened that I shouldn't let get to me. And things like this have happened before, but there's one person who had been commenting on my posts for quite a number of months, maybe as much as a year. And normally with people, if I don't like the tone of their comment, I delete the comment and I block them. And I'm really quite strict, and I'm getting stricter. Zero tolerance for any unpleasantness. But for some reason, this person, I never could quite decide. They were quite clever about their unpleasant comments, so I could never quite decide whether they were being mean or if they were just very odd. So I kept thinking, will I block them, will I not? In future, if I'm ever in doubt, I'm just going to block that person, because if somebody can't make obviously nice comments, then they've got no place on my page. And what triggered me the most was well, they kept making comments about gruesome accidents that people had had, and particularly that celebrities had died in strange ways and things. But sometimes their comments were fine, and I exchanged a few comments with this person. Anyway, they started to they got into a bit of an argument with somebody else, and then this person had a dog in their profile picture. They made reference to a similar kind of dog dying in a very gruesome way, and I just thought that's really unpleasant, so I blocked them. Didn't think anything of it. And then for a few, this was a few weeks ago, and then tonight, when I was already feeling a little bit down and a little bit vulnerable, I got a notification that the one photo I had on my personal profile that wasn't private to friends only, they'd made a comment. They made this comment on it, and although it ends with happy, prosperous new year, Fiona, I just felt, again, it's just an unpleasant comment because of what's preceding it. And I did not like at all that they'd found my personal profile and thought that they had the right, because they must have realized that I'd blocked them, so they're just making a point, and that just really bothered me quite a lot. So anyway, I've reported them. If I see even the slightest hint of them on any of the other platforms, I'll report them. And anyway, it sort of annoyed me and just made me think, oh my God, what am I doing this for? I mean, sometimes the whole social media thing is just too much. But then I've met so many nice people, and I get so many nice positive comments, and it's brought so much good stuff into my life. I really appreciate that. But oh my God, there's always somebody who's got to ruin things, isn't there? All of these things together, I just thought, I don't want to be here, and I just packed up and I'm on my way home. It's 1 a.m. and I had to have a shower and wash my hair because of the smell of the smoke. Honestly, sometimes who wants to go camping? I've messed up that Coke. The last straw of this evening is a badly poured Coke.